Okay. Good morning. I hope you are able to see my screen. But just a very brief review of what we have done in the last session. Started with basics, very basics of Python functions, and then lists, dictionaries, tuples, math library, and a very short introduction to the Numpy library. And then we had an example of plotting us the sine curve using matplotlib, right? So this was which session? This was session one. This tuple. This was I think session three, right? And now we are going to start. I will start with a new notebook and let us name it Numpy Deep Dive. Okay. So we will be first of all importing NumPy, and let us create a NumPy array a np dot array. You use np dot array to create an array, and I am writing just three elements in that array. Np dot array and give a list as input. Right? This is what this is a list. Okay, a list is given as input, and we use np dot array, so it will create a numpy array. Let us see what a is. It is an array here, and let us see what is the shape of a. It is 3, and then type of a numpy nd array. Right. How many dimensions are there? We are just looking at different properties that are available with a dot and dim. Yeah, you were saying something. So number of dimension, there is only one dimension, right? It is for number of dimensions, and then what is the data type of elements in A? For that, data type of elements in A. So A dot D type, right? All the values are like this 1 to 3 are in 64-bit integer, right? And now we are just going to create another numpy array np dot array, and here we give 1, 2.0, 3. Now we will just see that uh, here the difference is it was 1, 2, and 3. Now we have 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point. This signifies that it is a floating point number. These numbers are floating point numbers. Why? Because one of this we have given as floating point. Okay, and let me just print shape of B. we are going to convert b dot shape into string, right? And then print data type of elements in C. Sorry, we have this B and plus str. What it should be? B dot D type. Right? Okay. So now we can simply add to numpy arrays, or you can say or matrices, right? Add to numpy nd arrays, which are actually matrices. Now we are going to add these two, so a plus b, okay, and we will have a look at C. So a data type was int 64, b data type is float 64. So implicit type conversion has happened, and the data type and shape of C, let us see. Okay. Now we are going to make an array like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to make this matrix. Okay. So we want to make such a matrix. How are we going to do it? One fundamental thing that we must understand is that this is the element 1, and this is element 2, right? Please focus more on this part which I am discussing right now, because otherwise the whole indexing of the matrices that we will be using will be difficult to understand. So if we want to make such a matrix, so why I have written this as element 1 and this as element 2? Because this has to be in one smaller numpy nd array, and this has to be second part of the numpy nd array, and this particular part has got 3 elements, and this particular part has got 3 elements. So we are going to make it like this. So there will be 2 square brackets, 1 comma 2 comma 3, and the second element is 4 comma 5 comma 6. So this is the, so you say this is the first element and this is the second element. Okay, makes sense? What happened? Sorry, like this. Okay, so now we have a. Okay, And similarly,
That's 2D array. 2D
Mhm.
array, no?
Mhm.
2D array, no?
Mhm. Yes, it is two-dimensional. We will look at the shape of this. Okay, so it is 2D and the data type. Sorry, here we need to put it is int 64. Okay. Uh, I have one question, and I will. There are multiple ways of creating an array, or suppose we want to have arrays of all elements that are zero. That is also possible with with a simple function called np.zeros. So what I will do, I will ask a small question, and I will answer them, and then we will be able to learn how to use those functions, and we will know about those functions, right? So I want to create a 3 by 3 matrix with all zero values, right? For this we can create, sorry, zeros, and here first we are going to give the shape 3 by 3 and data type. What happened? There's no attribute zeros. Spelling is okay. So we will have A with all zero elements. It will be a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay. And if I want to have all one values, right? So, so for that we are going to use ones, and right. So you can have float 64 also. Okay. So if you want to create simple arrays, then you can do that as well. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. And as this is okay, now I have some questions for you. Right. Question one is, create a matrix, create a 3 by 4 matrix, find its transpose, then multiply the two matrices. Okay. So try to find the answer right now and answer me.